You know, every discussion is actually a negotiation. Every time you are talking to someone, discussing, asking something, you are negotiating. And on the workplace, because we have so many interaction with people, actually a lot of our conversation are negotiation. And there could be some negotiation as simple as asking for some holidays, negotiating a deadline, a schedule, negotiating for a price, or your salary. So learning negotiation actually will give you an extra edge to be better in your workplace and to have this slight edge to succeed in life. So when it comes to negotiation, keep in mind that we people, we are human beings and we think irrationally. Okay? We don't think too much in logic. We feel like when we negotiate, it's often that we want to win because we simply don't like to lose. So keep in mind when you are negotiating that the person with who you're negotiating with may reject, may accept. You need to find out what would be the real reason for him to accept your point that you are trying to negotiating with. And keep in mind that actually when you're trying to negotiate something, nothing is frozen. A deadline or price, it's never frozen. Let's say you're trying to buy a car for someone and he wants to sell it for $10,000. Or maybe he can accept 9, even 8 or $7,000. It just depends on the way he's feeling, Because if you go to $7,000, he may feel he's losing something. He say, I could have made more with this car, and he doesn't want to lose. So he may reject that offer. And the point in negotiation is to find the right compromise with this person still feeling that he's having a good price and you having what you want. Because for example, this car that he wants to sell $10,000, maybe he would sell it $5,000 to his son because his son is family. So the price he would define is not based on pure logic. It's just based on what he feels is good. It's based on his emotion. If he sells the car for just $7,000, he would feel completely ripped off. So he would not accept that. So the point of negotiation is to make them feel that actually they are having a good deal. So let me give you 5 tips that will help you to better negotiate every day. So tip number 1 is about listening, because when you're negotiating, it's a bit like a poker game. It's like you cannot see his card, he cannot see your card. But the more you talk and the more he talks, the more information you get. And in negotiation, you and your opponent, you are hiding cards, you are hiding information, and your goal is to get as much as you can, because the more information you get, the more you can orientate the negotiation where the way you want. And so it's very important for you to listen and exactly pinpoint those elements that he's giving to you so that you can redirect the direction and get more information and understand where he wants to go and to which point he's willing to accept, to close the deal with you. So listening is a very important skill. And actually, listening is not that simple. You may be distracting very easily. So, anytime you have a chance, practice this listening skill. Listen to people. Try to get as much information as possible. Especially, try to get information that would give you, this extra edge in negotiation to understand that, this is what would make the difference to him. He's willing to sell his car, but he wants this price because he's trying to buy something else with it. That's why he's stuck at this price. And if you can find a deal, maybe there's a way to even lower that. So it's all about this extra information that you can get to better negotiate your way. Okay, so the tip number 2 is mirroring. And mirroring means that you are copying the behavior of your opponent. meaning that you are trying to sit the same way as he's sitting. You talk with the same tonality as he's talking, with the same flow, and you try to stand or sit in the same position as he's doing. And why is it important? Because actually we like people that look like us, and we feel more confidence. We trust people that look like us. So if you do that subconsciously, he will feel like he's talking to someone with the same identity. He's talking to someone alike, and he will feel more confident to trust you, to share information with you, and eventually to close the deal with you. So mirroring has actually a very powerful effect on negotiation. So every day, practice this mirroring skill. When you're talking to someone, try to mirror their behavior, the gesture, the way of talking, and you will see that actually people share more information than they wanted to with you. So the tip number 3 is empathy. So actually people, they often have pain or something that is hard for them to share. And empathy is being understandable of what they are feeling right now. And if they feel understand, they feel that they can trust you. They feel like you are the friend. They feel like they will feel better about doing the deal with you. And for example, if the guy who is trying to sell his car, he talked to you about his car with a lot of emotion because he really enjoyed driving it and he had a lot of good memories in this car. And if you understand him, or you understand all the emotion he had, and if he trusts you, maybe he will feel happier to give his car, in which he has so many memories, to a guy like you, because he feel like you will take good care of it. You will be a good owner of this car, which is a good memory for him. So having empathy will really help you to connect and to give them even more trust that you are the right person to do the deal. Alright, so the tip number 4 is stay calm. Always stay calm. In a negotiation, sometimes you may tend, or you may want to be upset, or you may want to be angry because the price is so low, or because your opponent is attacking you. But it's always important to remain calm at all times, because you cannot close the deal in anger, and actually anger make you feel overconfident. It's never good to take any decision when you're angry. Always try to relax and calm down. And it will often happen in negotiation that you feel it's unfair, that you feel angry, you don't like this price, why this price is so low. But always stay calm, and if you stay calm and your opponent will see you that you are calm, it will also have an opposite effect on him, saying that it does not distract you, it does not disturb you, and you will have this extra edge to be able to negotiate the deal. So stay calm, it's fine. Alright, so the last tip number 5, it's about avoiding loss. People, they prefer to avoid loss, they prefer to avoid pain than gaining something. So play with that and make realize people what would happen if they don't do the deal. What are they losing? Let me give again this example of selling the car. Let's say you want to sell a car to someone. You can talk to him about the extra features. It will not be that important for this guy, but if you tell him, by the way, just after you, I have 3 other persons that are going to check the car today. The guy now may feel, oh, if I don't decide right now, I may just lose the car, because there are already 3 people. There's no chance that not one of these 3 people will take the car. And you may feel I am going to lose it. If I don't decide right now, I may lose it. And that would really help this person to decide very quickly whether he wants it or not. So always orientate the negotiation into how can this guy avoid a loss instead of how can this guy gain something. Don't sell the feature and benefit, but instead sell what the guy are losing if they're not doing the deal with you. Okay, so I hope these negotiation tips will help you in your daily life. Keep in mind that negotiation happen every day and you need to practice all the time. Even if it's with your wife, with your kids, with anybody, just try these negotiation tips because this is what will help you to be better and better every day.